Hey, what is going on, everybody? Happy Monday morning if you're around the Austin, Texas area. My name is Darby Rollins, and I want to welcome you first and foremost to an awesome week where we are diving in here at Jarvis Underground to the July 7-day book challenge, where we are, as a collective group, going to be going from blank page to publish, taking that challenge, using Jarvis, using artificial intelligence, and using the framework that we've been developing over the past few months, really since February when we started running these challenges. So leading into today, we do have a live group where we're going to be coaching people daily on this, starting at noon Central Time, Monday through Friday this week. So we're kicking off. I'm going to be heading into that right after this call, but I wanted to shoot this quick little video for everybody here in Jarvis Underground or is curious about what we're doing, how we're using AI to actually write books. And I'm going to show you exactly how we're going to be doing it. I actually wrote a book on this that released about a month ago. And it's literally the framework that we follow inside of the challenge. It's what we use to help people really smash through the writer's block and get that book out of their heads. So I'm just going to kind of walk you through how you can take this challenge on your own. I recommend doing it with a friend, with an accountability partner, and connecting with somebody inside of the Jarvis Underground community so that you can also get that book outside of your head. We wanted to build this book and this challenge in a way that was accessible for anyone to take it. All that you need to do is have some laser sharp focus and follow the steps in the book, and you can get that book outside of your head. So really quickly, I want to show you here real quick just a little bit of an overview about what to expect inside of the challenge and how it relates inside of this book. If you haven't bought this book already, you can go to publishwithjarvis.com, download a digital version of it. Right now, it's available for just $5. You can order a physical copy, but with your physical copy, you also get access to a digital edition of the book, as well as these bonus resources, right? So we've got some tools that we use inside of the challenge here that you can see that whenever you get the book, you get access to it. Again, right now, as of July 12th, it's only $5. It's on Amazon as well. So wherever you want to order your book and wherever you read books, Amazon, or if it's just a PDF, it's available right there for anybody to take. And so this call right here, again, is for inviting everybody who's been interested, has been on the fence about writing that book that's inside their head, or you want to leverage Jarvis and how we're using AI to actually get your next book out. This challenge is for you. So basically what you get inside of this challenge in this book is these key resources here, right? So we're talking about this book. You can go to Amazon, you can go onto the website, publishwithjarvis.com. But what we start here is essentially any aspect of this challenge is knowing your why, setting your goals, understanding your ideal avatar, and finding your spine, which is really what's going to go into your book from front to back. These are the most important aspects of this entire process because it's all about the preparation. And so basically what we're doing here when we're diving in, we're getting our worksheets out. They're included inside of this book with you as a free resource. We've got an expert training here from a best-selling author named Craig Hanley. He's also a brilliant marketer, but he goes through this rapid outlining process. And you can see we've got a few outline templates as well inside of here that you can make a copy. You can get a copy of these outline templates where you can literally just map out your entire challenge and where you're looking to to build your book out, right? Especially in the context of nonfiction books. It's a pretty straightforward process, just as a matter of getting it sorted and vetted outside of your head. So again, those templates are included inside of this book. There's a few other things in here that for people that upgrade to the actual live challenge ticket that you get access to along with the coaching. But when we're starting here, we're looking at the outline process. We show you how to format just your basic Google Docs and just get the general formatting out so that you can just get to point of writing. But this video right here is really where the money's at. We've got Matthew Thrush, who has written and helped write and helped launch over 200 best-selling books in his time. He's a very well-established ghostwriter, publisher, and he broke down his entire process for how he researches and sets books up for success before he even starts writing inside of this 90-minute masterclass, which is where we have people start. Today is day one. Today is all about preparation, and it's all about really getting that book down. And you'll see, I'll show you the little bit of the outline for this book right here. The table of contents, right? We've got the intro, start here for some general introduction to the book, but then we're looking at day 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, all the way on to the next steps. And so day 1, just real quick overview of what to kind of expect with this challenge is all about preparation. Prepare, 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 right? Give me 6 hours to chop down a tree, and I'll spend the first 4 hours sharpening my axe. Abraham Lincoln. I really hope that quote is attributed to him. If not, I still like the quote, right? It's all about preparation. It's coming, knowing what you're about to embark on, and it's really spending the time on the front end preparing so that you can get everything outlined, so that you can know your research, know your avatar, who you're going to be speaking to. So when it comes time to writing, you are all set and ready to rock and roll and head to the races. And so that's what we're focusing on completely and solely here on day one. And then if you get that part of the challenge done, you get it done early, like don't skip over the preparation phase of things, but we want to start now diving into that research, that outlining, that formatting of the book. How do you know that your book is going to succeed? How do you know that the outline is something your readers are going to like? That's a lot of what we go over inside of the Matthew Thrush Masterclass, on top of just the general book outline, right? We're talking about how do you research products on Amazon? How do you use other tools available to you, such as some of these other resources that we use, like Publisher Rocket, Katie Spy, and Answer the Public are three really solid tools. They cover a lot of bases. There's a lot of tools out there that you can access outside of just these tools, but these are really a great base to get started off of. And so that's really what day two is. And notice we haven't even talked about writing with Jarvis at this point, right? We want to lay a foundation that we can build on top of. And so by the time that day three hits, I'm gonna scroll down here. This is like just everything that's inside of the book, right, guys? Just a PDF here. You can get it on Amazon. Day three, write. Now, ideally, what we've been doing with people that are inside the paid coaching challenge, where we're working with them live per every hour, answering questions, things of that nature, is days 1 and 2 is a lot of the pre-work, right? You want to come in to the week or whenever you want your challenge to start, you want to come in with your foundation already laid, right? So when we're talking about writing, this is where your outline is already done. This is where the research has been done. This is where you know what the end goal of your book is. You know who you're speaking to throughout your book, and you have a very, very clear path to helping your reader go from the problem they're solving and the reason they picked up your book in the first place to giving them solutions to that problem and helping them every step along the way. And then at the end of the book, inviting them to work with you, to learn more about you, to connect with you more in whatever way, shape, or form that is, right? And so you'll notice day 3 is write. Day 4, write, and refine. Like if we're going into this on day 1 being today, then you're talking about starting writing on a Wednesday. This is a Thursday, and then day 5 is going to be Friday. Write, refine, and then we're going to be going to day 5. Let me see, we've got some other content in here. Skip on down to where that is. Yeah, day 4, action steps. And this book has all this stuff laid out with you in very bulleted format. It's supposed to be used as a reference guide, so you can jump back into it at any point, read one day, go do the work, come back for day 2, day 3, day 4. Right, day 5, we're writing, refining, and editing. And so a lot of people that go through this challenge are editing kind of on the fly. We're using tools like Grammarly. We're writing through our stuff. We're going back. We're editing context. We're using Jarvis, and we're using Content Improver. We're rephrasing things. We're making it flow as we go, so that days 3 for 5 are really, really focused on getting the meat of the content out, getting the bulk of it out, so that by the time that you hit day 5, which is a Friday, and you're going into the weekend, you've got pretty much all the words out that you need to say. Now it's going to be like trimming it down and getting it locked and loaded so that you can keep editing it, keep refining it, and then get that cover design in, right? Like really tighten up that formatting. And again, when we're looking at this book and doing it in 7 days, it doesn't have to be a 50,000 word novel. It doesn't have to be this grand, huge vision of a book that's going to just be this big, thick, massive, multi-volumes all in one, and it's just your life's work, right? We're looking for like that minimum viable book that we can get into people's hands and that you can actually start to see some ROI in your time that you're putting in, right? Often or not, people are like not looking to spend hours and hours and hours just trying to digest one chapter to figure out if it's right for them, right? If you can help your people, help your readers, help your ideal clients, potential clients, understand that you can help them with the problems that they're looking for, it doesn't have to be a 50,000, 100,000 word novel. A lot of the books that we see come through this challenge are 15,000, 20,000, 25,000 words. You trim that down. Let's say you're doing a 25,000 word book. If you write 5,000 words a day, which is absolutely doable, especially with using Jarvis and Boss Mode, just trim it up, like break it up into little sections. Start with one chapter, start with the next chapter, have your outline already done, and just break it up and make it realistic, right? Like, how do you eat an elephant? You eat it one bite at a time. And each book, each chapter, each section of each chapter is something that can and should be pretty much self-sustained on its own. Obviously, if you're opening up stories, opening up loops, and you're like going to be referencing that back, you want to make sure you close those loops. But at the end of the day, if you can put a word count to your ideal outcome each day, maybe that's 1,000 words a day, maybe that's 5,000 words a day, maybe it's 2,500 words a day. Set those goals at the beginning so that you can realistically plan over the course of this week. How much time can I dedicate each day? Can I spend an hour each day? Can I spend 4 hours each day? Do I not have as much time during the week? Do I have all my time on the weekend? Plan your challenge out accordingly so that when you are able to dive in and get that writing out, everything is already laid out for you. You don't have to do any additional thinking. You just need to write, and you need to work with Jarvis, write with Jarvis, dance with Jarvis, and get that book out. Now that's day 6 is going to be on the weekend, and you should have had the majority of your content already written at this point, right? So we're refining, we're editing, putting up the final touches on your introduction, your conclusion, making sure the formatting is the way you want it to go. And then day 7, you want to click publish. Now, inside of this book, we teach 2 different avenues for clicking publish. One of them is using Amazon's KDP platform, which is obviously it's Amazon. They make it really, really easy to just get up there. And we kind of go through that whole process here for how to access Amazon, how to go through everything inside of the book. And then the other one we reference is the Book Patch, which my partner Zachariah he's the operating manager at that company, and it's a self-publishing platform that helps people upload books. You can print 1, you can print 50, you can get those author copies into your hand. But either way, there's not really any excuses at this point for how you can't publish. There's lots of options out there. Those are only 2 out of the dozens of other options that are available to authors now. We're trimming it down. We're helping you focus so you can get that book out, and then at the end of the day, we're at the finish line, right? Let's party a little bit. Let's celebrate what we just did. You just got the book all the way out. We reference it as an MVM here, minimum viable manuscript, minimum viable book. Whatever way you want to skin it, we are really focused here on getting it out of your head and onto paper, and then making additions, making refinements as you go. Like the hardest part and the biggest issue when it comes to would-be authors wanting to become published authors in the first place is 90% of people that start a book won't even get it to the point where they can get it to an editor, so they can actually have people look at their manuscript. You want to be perfect, you want to be pretty, everything has to be just the way it needs to be, and that simply does not need to be the case. You don't need to have it perfect right out of the gate. You need to be getting feedback from your readers so that you can make the necessary adjustments on your book and then make updates and revisions to it, right? Done is better than perfect. That's how I rule, at least. And I know that's how a lot of the successful business people that are in this group and that are taking this challenge have the same type of mentality, right? We want to make massive strides this week inside of the 7-day book challenge. And we've provided you inside of the book, again, publishwithjarvis.com. It's $5. Go get it, take the challenge. If this is something that you've had on your head, if you've had a book in your mind that you really wanted to get out over the last few years, and you've maybe never just taken that step, use this week as the catalyst to do that, right? The first challenge that we ran back in early February, after I wrote the first book in the weekend using Jarvis, over 12 people published their book by the end of those 7 days. And that was without all of these resources. That was without this refined system that we've been going through. And at the end of the day, what it comes down to is that realizing that this is possible, that this is something that people are doing, and it's something that dozens more people have done since February, and hundreds more have started on this process because Jarvis just makes it like believable, right? You can actually use Jarvis, boss mode, all the different features inside of Jarvis to get through that writer's block, the thing that just gets you stuck looking at that blank page, and keeping that momentum going. That's what we're all about inside of this challenge, is getting that momentum initially and keeping it going. And it really starts with knowing your why, setting your goals, getting your avatar really crystal clear, and then finding your spine. And these are all worksheets right here that we go through and that you can access. Why are you doing this? Why would they read? Just get it out of your head. Get it as something that you can reference, because by the end of this challenge, maybe by the middle of it, you will be maybe second guessing yourself. You might hit roadblocks. You might find, a day that you're just really unclear about where you should be going next. And that's why we want you to get it out of your head now. Do it on day one. If you don't do anything else this week and you've wanted to write a book before, start with getting your outline done. Just number one thing. Obviously, the worksheets are great. Getting your why, understanding your reader, that's all part of the process too. But that, with the research that we provide from Matthew Thrush here and the video process with Craig Hanley, is really all you need to lay a really solid foundation, so that if that was literally all you got accomplished this week and you didn't make it all the way to day 7 officially to actually click publish, if you can get those numbers down, or get that initial outline down, come back another 7-day challenge and get that book out this next 7-day challenge. The next one we're going to be doing is kicking off in August, on August 9th. But regardless, you can take this challenge on your own time. You can do it every week. If you'd like, you can do it every other month, right? It's time consuming. You want to make sure you are putting the right time and the right energy and the right effort into it, but also stop putting it off, right? If you want to write a book and it's in your head and you know that you've got a book in there, chances are you do. I would say that all of us do have books inside of us. There's just a lack of direction and lack of clarity for how to take the first few steps. So take this challenge, take this video, take this, me just talking to you right now, it's an invitation for you to take it upon yourself, to get that book out of you, to use Jarvis to write that book. In a lot of cases, it's to help position you as that expert, it's to help you leave that legacy so that more people will hear your story, that you'll be able to pass it down for potentially generations to come. It's to just amplify your message that you're already speaking, right? It's to get in front of the right clients, the right readers, the right customers that can help you grow your influence, grow your reach, grow your message, and ultimately leave that legacy that will continue to grow. Do the hard work on the front end, and the book will work for you, with you, and for you for years and years to come. If you can put the focus in, if you can take the challenge to just do it, to stop putting it off tomorrow, do it today. Take the 7-day book challenge. Again, you can get this on Amazon. You can get it at publishedwithjarvis.com. And this is a really solid base to get started from. We give you the resources, the materials to just get the book sorted. This is what you need to focus on. Don't overcomplicate it. It doesn't need to be more complicated than we want to make it. And that's exactly what we were trying to convey here with the Published with Jarvis book. So I got to hop right now. We're going to be jumping into a live Zoom call with the people that upgraded to the live 7-day book challenge ticket. Got a separate group for that as well, where we'll be continuing this conversation, specifically working more one-on-one with people, and also in a group setting to help them break through these different levels, bring higher level trainings, and also unlocking the different areas inside of the different pieces of content and things that help people along the challenge. We generally say start a week or 2 in advance so you can consume the content, so you can actually go through this stuff. And I'm not going to run through all of this. It's essentially, it's a much deeper dive into what we talk about in the book that we can only go into so much detail with inside of the book. It's a week-long intensive. It's a week-long workshop that at the end of it, you can come out with a fully furnished book in your hands. And you can also take the challenge just with the Published with Jarvis book. So thank you for being here with me today. And I'm really, really looking forward to seeing the books that can come out of your head inside of this challenge. If you are going to be taking this challenge, drop a comment. Let me know that you're going to be taking it. Let me know what your book's going to be about. And probably the most important thing here is just connecting with people to stay accountable with your commitment during this action. Connect with someone in the Jarvis Underground Facebook community. Post about it on your social media. Let your friends know, or at least let another friend that has a book inside their head that, hey, I'm doing this thing. I'd love to invite you to do it with me. So a lot of people are doing, using Jarvis, using this framework, and just getting that book out, right? There's not it's not much of a cooler feeling than be able to say, I can hold this book in my hand and call myself a published author, right? That's, at the end of the day, it's a really cool thing to say. It's a really good badge to have on you. People take you a lot more serious if you're writing a book on a specific topic as an authority, because you've actually gone through the hard work and done the book. So I hope you do take the challenge, and I hope that at the end of these 7 days, if you haven't actually clicked publish and you've at least made massive strides towards getting to the point where you are going to have that book published and break through the limiting beliefs that it might happen sometime in the future, they're going to put off tomorrow again. No, let's do it now. Clear the schedule if you've got the time to do it, and start writing on the book. At least make daily consistent strides towards getting that book out, and I promise you, you're not going to regret it. So hope you guys have a great week. I'll be dropping in here a few more times, giving some updates for what we're doing inside of the challenge, but also, again, connect with an accountability partner and just take the challenge to get that book finally out of your head that you know is sitting there. Cheers. Peace be with you. I'm out.